It's some way for Celtic to start the season. I can't say the same for myself. I did not think that I would be opening the season's match reactions from the comfort of my own car in the middle of Townhead in the pissing rain, but here I am. I know it doesn't look as professional as it usually would, and I do apologise for that, but there's no much I can do, and I just had to get the match reaction done after that fantastic performance from Celtic today. We're going to try and go through all of it, don't worry. It will be in slightly quicker fashions than usual. We're going to probably dance through it tonight, and then tomorrow we'll go a little more in depth, but I couldn't ignore the fact that Celtic have just laid down the marker, the standards and the expectations for the season ahead. They have built on what was a fantastic pre-season, a pre-season in which we all got our hopes up about what this side could potentially do, the football that they could play. And to deliver that today, a 4-0 win over Kilmarnock to open the season. A Kilmarnock side who finished in European places last year, who were one of the tougher sides to beat in last season's edition of the Scottish Premiership. A side that actually beat us both in the League Cup and in the league. And look, I said in the podcast the other night, if we can do anything close to what we've done against them at Rugby Park, we played them in the penultimate game of the season, the game where we won the league title. Where we secured the title. If we could do anything close to that, we would be absolutely fine today. And we were maybe a goal short. It wasn't quite 5-0 from Celtic, but it was 4-0. We've got a lot to talk about. Like and subscribe. Don't worry, there shouldn't be many match reactions like this, so pardon me if the audio is all over the place. Apologies if you can hear the rain battering off the windows. In case you are wondering, Ryan, why are you sitting in a suit? Why are you in the middle of your motor? Were you at the game? No, I wasn't. I have work to do tonight. ICW is live from the asylum in Townhead, hence why I'm in commentary attire. We start at 7 o'clock on Triller Plus. Be there. But for now, let's talk about Celtic. Like and subscribe. Celtic 4, Killie 0. What a way to start. I am absolutely gutted to have missed today's game. It's the first time I've missed Flag Day in maybe a decade, maybe the last 10 years. Even before I had the current season booked that I'm on, which I got in 2016, used to always make it a tradition to get to Flag Day with the old man. Missing it today was annoying. Even with this glorious Glasgow weather, very frustrating to miss out on Flag Day. The atmosphere looked incredible, the full stadium display, the raising of the flag by Lisbon Lion Jim Craig. Everything about Celtic Park today just gave off the vibes that we were in for. A great performance and an even better result. 4-0 against Kilmarnock on the opening day is exactly what you're looking for. Celtic have set high expectations with the pre-season that they had, and I think generally just with the state of the Scottish Premiership at the minute, and I mean more so our direct rivals Rangers, with a lot of the criticisms that's going on over there, Celtic are expected to win the league this year with relative ease. And I don't say that in a cocky manner, I don't say that in the same way, with the same vein that I did back in 2020 when I was made a fool of when Rangers did win the league. You know, it would take a miracle for somebody to take Celtic off the top of the Scottish Premiership this year, and today's performance is a fine example of that. Brendan Rodgers has put together a well-tuned squad, a squad which still needs vast improvement in different areas. A squad that was sent out today, an 11 that was sent out, which is nowhere near the best it should be. You know, we can identify certain positions on that park and say we still need talent in that squad. Yet they go out and they dismantle a side who made it to European competition 4-0. We looked very good today. There was a point on commentary, I did manage to watch essentially the full game. I missed the fourth goal because I was on my way to the car to come and talk about it. But I essentially seen the whole game today. And there was a point in that game where Chris Sutton made the remark that Ian Crocker could have played in goals for Celtic today. Kilmarnock couldn't lay a finger on Celtic. They couldn't get close to them. And that's not because Kilmarnock aren't good enough. It was down to how well Celtic played. We were so well tuned both at the back and moving forward. The movement of the side today was spot on. The things that we were doing in the final third probably deserved more. We probably should have scored more than the 4 goals. And defensively, we were just so resolute. We were so solid. The line in front of them, the midfielders in front of them, were doing their job really, really well. Kilmarnock were a team who knew how to get under Celtic's skin last season. And today, they just looked like they couldn't get anywhere near us. Kasper Schmeichel will be thinking to himself, he's signed up for the greatest retirement tour of his life. If every game like that can be, if every game can be like that in the Scottish Premiership for Kasper Schmeichel this season, Oh, he's in for a great retirement. So, you know, we were just really, really good. Brendan Rodgers is getting this team playing football. He made a jokey remark on Friday at his press conference, which I absolutely loved. And people are, you know, calling it the Rodgerism that it is. You know, we love hearing Brendan Rodgers and saying quotes and stories. Brendan Rodgers came out and said that pre-season was a Brendan Rodgers team. And that was a Rodgers team that was playing football in those friendlies. Last year, especially in the opening 5 or 6 months, it wasn't a Rodgers team. It was nobody's team. It wasn't a team that you wanted to call your own. The football Celtic were playing was very much below par. It wasn't meeting the standards of what the fans expected, and the standards that were set for the couple of years prior under Ange Postecoglou. It was way off the mark. We looked a shadow of ourselves, and you know, Brendan Rodgers was probably really irked by that. And I think now that the team is settling, after we've seen the really encouraging performances towards the end of last season, and when we've seen the encouraging performances in pre-season as well, this performance today is really now setting the bar and the expectation for what we should be getting and what we should be accepting and expecting for the season ahead. It's not going to be an easy league to win. You know, you are presented your challenges. We will go to Rugby Park, and Kilmarnock will probably offer a better challenge. We'll go to Pittodrie, we'll go to Easter Road, we'll go to Ibrox or Hampden, and we'll face challenges. There will be bumps on the road. But that there gives me all the encouragement that I need, that this is a manager who should be backed mega by the board. He should be given the tools to try and help us build this squad to a point where they rule Scottish football undisputedly, and they can actually do something in Europe, because the football is now starting to come through. We've seen it towards the end of last season, and now we're seeing it here. Back him. Give him the tools that he needs. Some of the football today was absolutely brilliant. So let's talk about the first half as we usually would. We'll get into the second half. I do need to hurry up because we're live in the air in 25 minutes time from now. First half, Celtic were brilliant. Our press was fantastic. I thought that defensively we looked really, really good. Of course, we had a lot of that anxiety that Liam Scales was going to be keeping his place going into this season. I still think, and I'm never going to deny it, we do need to upgrade there. But Scales had a comfortable game today, I think, and I think the whole defence had. There was a couple of dodgy moments, there always is. You know, a slack pass or a stupid clearance, something half-hearted. I think we've seen that from a couple of the defenders. And even Cameron Carter-Vickers done it on one or two occasions, just a kind of weak header away. But the press was brilliant from everybody, backline, middle, forward. Kilmarnock were struggling. And then in the first half, when Kilmarnock were trying their best to congest areas of the park where Celtic do their business well, so when we were attacking and they were trying their best to put the pressure on O'Reilly, put the pressure on Hatate, the two players who have the magic in their feet to make something out of nothing, you know, when they were doing that, Celtic were just calm, passing the ball, making the smallest movements matter. And I think that's the biggest improvement from this time last year to now. This time last year, I think that sometimes we got flustered in those moments. I think that we weren't able to find those wee pockets of space and people weren't able to do the smart move, maybe because they were overthinking or still trying to do what they were doing under Ange Postecoglou. But today, I think that even when Kilmarnock were surrounding certain players with 3 or 4 different defenders, and when they were trying to bully Celtic off the ball, we were just passing them off the park. And some of the movement was absolutely brilliant. Hatate was the real standout for me. First half, of course, we go in 2-0 up. First goal comes courtesy of Rio Hatate. Fantastic finish. Start as you mean to go on. I want more of them. It was like Hatate when he first signed, and he had the courage to take the shots from outside the area. He done that today. He got the goal. It was a great finish. The second goal, Liam Scales gets on it. Listen, set piece goals. If we can add them to our game, we're in for a great season. So a set piece goal, absolutely fantastic. Big fan of that. Comfortable first half. Defended really well, attacked really well, and as I say, I think Rio Hatate was the real standout for me. Second half we go into, and it's once again just controlling the game, conserving their energy and controlling the game. I think one point, and I don't want to bring other sides into it, I'm not wanting to sit and compare us to Rangers or Hearts or any other side, but I watched the Rangers and Hearts game yesterday, and I think on both sides there was evidence there that a lot of players were kind of dead in their feet as the game went on. Celtic looked really fit today. They looked really, really sharp. And that'll pay dividends in these early days of the season, these early weeks. I think that we look really good in that regard when it comes to fitness, and we must have been working hard on that over the summer, because there was questions over the fitness this time last year, if you remember. So yeah, we looked fit. Second half, we controlled the game. We get the third through Nicholas Kuhn, who has built on the back of a really encouraging pre-season. Somebody who we spoke about in the podcast very honestly on Thursday, and we all said, listen, this could be a huge season for Nicholas Kuhn, and for him to find a goal on opening weekend is absolutely superb. It's magic for him. So I'm glad to see him. I know it got the help of a deflection on the way there, but you know, what matters is he's there to get the goal, and I think that he was doing really well at cutting inside today. He looks comfortable on that right hand side. I'm glad that they let him stay there, and they put Forrest on the left. They three were brilliant for me. It's a shame that Kyogo never got his goal. They three in the front three were brilliant for me. But I think that what's even better to note is, I think we did miss Maida today. I think at points his pace could have got us more. I think Forrest had a good game by all accounts. I'm not saying that Forrest was poor today and that Maida would have been 10 times better. But I think there was occasions that when we attacked our final third, into their defence, on that left-hand side, if Maida's pace was there, that just extra few seconds of running power, I think they could have had even more goals today. But some of the passing was really encouraging, some of the movement great. I was really happy with both halves of football. As I said, I missed the fourth goal. I know, painful, annoying. Big ups Tony Ralston for finishing it off. I heard it was a rebound from a tight angle, as they worded it on the Twitter. So yeah, 4 goals. You can't complain. You know, we're top of the league already. We're 2 points clear of Rangers already. Start as you mean to go on. It's a really encouraging start, and I'm looking forward to this season already. Brendan, God bless you. And let's build on that. Now back him, give him the tools to make this team. As I said, I do need to rush. I feel bad, this is such a rushed match reaction, but we are literally live on the air in 22 minutes time, so I need to run. Thank you, like and subscribe. We will go more in depth about the game tomorrow, I promise you that. Right, thank you, see you next time.